I'm going to put them on him and say, hey, you guys just make him work hard, use fouls judiciously. But let's let him go. Let's don't get Gasol, because they didn't lose the game because Kawhi didn't. They lost the game because of Van Fleet, Danny Green, Gasol had buckets. But it's going to be interesting because, you know, Kawhi, man, he's the best I've seen in a long time, who's just like, I'm just going to coast, and when it's time to win the game, I'm going to turn it on. It's amazing how he does that.
Yeah, he's done a great job. And, Chuck, I've always said I know he's a great player. I just hadn't seen him play through double teams.
Yeah.
And now he's accepted that, and you said it best. He is not rushing. No one's speeding him up. And for him to be able to take over games at the end and also still be patient, I love the way he's approaching the game.
Yeah, you know, for once I do agree with Chuck.
What do you mean for once?
Okay, maybe twice.
Okay.
But you have to do that. I mean, Kawhi Leonard's a great player, capable of putting up big numbers. But you know what? He's going to have to do that.
Yes.
Do a one-on-one, rotate bodies on him. You have to stay at home with the others. You got to make sure the others aren't going off. The one concern I have, and we talked about it post-game Thursday night, Golden State likes to switch everything, and they're great at doing that. But this team doesn't settle for jump shots when you switch.
Right.
They attack off the dribble. Kawhi obviously does it, but Siakam. There were some times when you switch, you have maybe a Steph Curry or a smaller guy. He didn't settle. He got into the paint and attacked those switches. And so, you know, can Siakam do that again? Can he be effective in that situation? Because if he gets going along with Kawhi Leonard, then you know what? It's a long night for Golden State.
I would make Marc Gasol post up against smaller guys.
Well, he does it.
He did that the other night.
But
not enough.
The piggyback on Grant's point, and he's 100% correct. This team plays smart. They don't do any dumb stuff. Like, if I played against the Rockets and the Warriors, I'd run dummy plays just to get the switch. Because you're going to get the same wide open shot because you got Gasol or Siakam or the other big fellow down low on little guys. So you're going to have to come double. But a lot of teams in the NBA, they just jack up shots, and everybody's out of balance. They never take advantage of the mismatch. But the Raptors did it in Game 1, and they're going to continue to do it.
They did a great job of playing exactly what the Warriors gave them. There's Denzel. That's the version.
That's
right?
good. Okay. All right.
Chuck.
Saints fan. All right, Saints.
You know what?
Chuck with hair.
You know what? Now I see it.
That was
Now
good.
I see it.
Like 25. That was funny, Saints fan. Hey. That's a good one.
Stick with us. Much more coming up here from Toronto.
That's awesome.
The 2 for $5 mix and match deal from McDonald's is back. Choose from some of your all-time favorites.
So good! How good!
But hurry in. 2 for $5 mix and match won't be here much longer.
DXL is built as the one-stop shop for big and tall guys, with sizes starting at XL and over 100 brands that fit great and look even better. DXL Big and Tall, built to fit at DXL.com.
Every day, visionaries are creating the future. So every day, we put our latest technology and unrivaled network to work. The United States Postal Service makes more e-commerce deliveries to homes than anyone else in the country.
You are a rainbow in a sky full of gray, a heavy pour in a watered-down world. Taste that can't be replicated, flavor that can't be replaced. Darling, you are a limited edition.
Look, isn't that Frank Thomas?
Oh, the big hurt.
More like the big hunk. Wow, Frank Thomas.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. You look like you could still be playing. That's what I said.
Well, I am feeling stronger and leaner.
So, Frank, what's your secret?
I discovered Nugenics.
I wish my husband did.
It's easy. Just send a text.
If you're a guy over 40, text 42424 and enter the word SHINE. Get a complimentary bottle of award-winning Nugenics, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenics is a unique man-boosting formula powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help boost your free testosterone levels, to help you feel stronger, leaner, with more energy and drive, more passion, too.
Here, try a bottle. And trust me, she'll like it, too.
Text 42424 and enter SHINE to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenics. Samples are not available in stores, so text 42424 and enter SHINE.
Serge Ibaka, second go-around in the NBA Finals for him. Of course, a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder back in 2012. Once again, Ali LaForce, this time with Toronto head coach Nick Nurse.
Coach, in game one, your defense really got after them early. You were able to score those 24 points off the turnovers. How did you take them out of their comfort zone?
Well, our defense has been pretty good and kind of getting better, all postseason. We just like the pressure, and we like to try to fix problems. Sometimes over-pressuring creates problems behind the pressure, and we just did a pretty good job of plugging the gaps on some of the problems. And our hands were pretty active, and we got to a few charges as well. And we were active. We played hard. Now we made a bunch of mistakes too, right? And we need to play a little bit better tonight defensively.
Offensively, you were so efficient late in the shot clock. Was part of the plan to make them play defense longer, or was their defense great and made you shoot late in the shot clock?
Yeah, it was more. We don't ever want to get deep in the shot clock unless it's really late in the game. And I know some of those were late in the game, but yeah, they're a great defensive team as well, and they were causing us some problems. They did a few things we've never seen before, so I think we were trying to figure that out on the fly a little bit, and hopefully we won't have as much problem with those tonight.
Lastly, Coach, have you officially activated OG Anunoby, and how does that change things?
Yeah, he's going to dress tonight. I don't know if it changes things much at all, but we'll see. He's obviously a big athletic body. It's been a long time since he's played, though, so I think it's still a little bit away before he maybe hits the floor, but you never know.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Ali, very much. You see Steph Curry has made his way onto the floor for his extended warm-up routine. What do you guys think about the way he goes about his warm-up, which is, from what I can tell, unlike anybody else's, certainly in terms of shots.
Well, let me just say this. Whatever he's doing, it's working.
It is definitely working.
I should have tried that.
I will ask these guys a question because I never came out before the game. How much did you guys, like, I watch all these guys. Like, I've been watching Kawhi for like the last 45 minutes down here. Powell's down here, Ibaka's down here. How much?
You never came out before, just when
you
the
never warmed up at all?
No, I never came out before the game.
And never in a practice gym or anything?
No.
What were you doing back there?
Just thinking about the game because you have to have a strategy. I'm not like Shaq who don't know anything about basketball. There's actually a strategy.
Random shot, right?
There's actually a strategy that goes on. I had to think about where the double team was coming from. Some teams came big, some teams came small. Some people came from the baseline, which was useless. Some come from the top. So I had a lot of stuff to think about. And every game was different. Every matchup was different. So I had a bunch of little cheat notes that I had to just study before the game, because what happens is if you're not prepared before the game, Matt, it's too late because the game is too fast once it starts. So you have to have a game plan going in.
That's really interesting. So for you, it was more mental, whereas clearly this is muscle memory and routine and physically going through a lot of drills that he's done 1,000 times.
Well, I think to Chuck's point, I never stayed out here this long. I'd see these guys staying 20, 30 minutes. I would come out, and I was always about 50 shots. And from different spots where I got my shots from, I got up about 15 to 20 free throws. But more importantly, I got that done the day before game.
Yes.
I just thought I would use so much energy 30 to 40 minutes before a game, but obviously it's working for these guys now.
It's interesting. I came in the league and I played with someone you both know, obviously, Smitty, you know very well, Joe Dumars, one of the great players of all time, one of the great shooters of all time. Joe never came out and shot before the game. And so I don't know if it was sort of like that generation, you didn't do that. But what's interesting, I think a couple things have contributed to that. One, we are creatures of habit. We like routine. Steph does the same thing before every game, as Kawhi, as every player. But nowadays they don't practice as much.
Okay.
They don't get tape up and get after it like we did back in the day. So I almost feel like it's more getting rhythm, getting shots on game days as opposed to on an off day. It's more of a recovery day.
Because what would be interesting to me, obviously you don't want to eat a lot on a game day right before the game. So I would have my pregame meal probably 2 o'clock. And I would eat for the rest of the day.